Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to the Urban Sean channel. So today in this episode I'll be sharing with you the two best indicators of good cardiovascular health. So the first one is how fast does it take for you to recover during exercise. That means whenever you are doing maybe a run on the treadmill or even a cross country run, how long would it take for you to move from your rest to another workout, and or to move from your rest to getting back on your feet. For example, if you are doing squats, you're doing deadlifts, how long would it take for you to move from one set to another during your rest period? So the shorter your rest period during workouts, the stronger your heart it is, because that means your heart is able to pump oxygen efficiently to your muscles to be able to oxidize the lactic acid that is being formed so that you can be able to get energy. However, the longer it is that it takes for you to rest, maybe it takes you maybe 10 minutes between workouts, it means that your heart is not as powerful as it's supposed to be able to supply oxygenated blood to your muscles. Not only oxygenated blood, but also even the nutrients you need for energy. The other indicator of good cardiovascular health is how is your heart rate during workouts, or how fast or slow is it during workouts. So the slower it is your pulse during workout, the stronger your heart it is, because it means it only has to pump a few times to be able to supply oxygen efficiently to all your muscles. However, if you're having a heart rate of about 200 beats per minute by just doing a simple walk from here, maybe from your doorstep to your car, or moving from your gate to your house, you're having a very high heart rate and you can feel like your chest is almost bursting, that means your heart is struggling to be able to supply oxygen efficiently. Maybe there's a blockage, maybe there's an issue with fluid overload or such kind of manner. So to be able to monitor your heart rate, you can use a pulse oximeter. I have one here, and with this, so this is the pulse oximeter. You can be able to see my heart rate when I'm in the rest period. Also, during ideally your rest period, your heart rate should be between 60 to about 80 beats per minute. However, if it's above that, it can mean there's an issue in terms of you're not working out, but your heart has to really use a lot of effort to supply oxygenated blood. So you can be able to check my pulse. I'll just show it on the screen. And right now it's reading. Let's see how it turns out. So you can see from the screen my heart rate is at about 67 beats per minute. I have an oxygen levels of about 97%. So from that you can be able to realize that I have a very strong heart. And I'm proud of that. And you can try to check your heart rate. You can get a pulse oximeter or visit your nearest hospital to be able to know your heart rate, especially when you are at rest and also after doing maybe a walk. So thank you for watching this video, and see you next time. Remember to share, like, comment and subscribe.